Hello, and welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. The exploration of space gets ever closer, but it's not quite here yet. I left myself here with plans to set up inputs for the nuclear reactors. Which shouldn't take long. I just have to figure out how I want them to work. Those will have to wait. Because I need inserters. And I have a ton of garbage. Why do I have copper, steel, and motors? I'll have to figure that out. But once this is up and sufficiently automated, I will be in a good spot. How do I want to do this? I figured that wouldn't work. Yeah, I bet it's by actual pole range. Kind of means I could do this. But this will be the first thing. Once this is set up, I really need to stop delaying. Like, do I even need that? Or do I just read temperatures? I don't think reading temperatures is the way. I think reading based on steam level is the way to go. One meteor. So it is enabled if steam is less than 15K. Keep the stack size at 1. I don't think this is the way. But it will work for now. It's not appropriately distributed, but should keep it running for now, and I can ignore it. Let it work. I need to clear out fighters, set up walls and turrets, but meteor defense is more important. Copper cables, batteries, I have all that stuff. I just need to pick it up, place these down, automate the ammo. Oh, I guess it is more expensive. I'm looking for batteries, which I have in a random chest up here. I'll just get rid of that for the moment. So each of these, if I want to run 10 of these, which is a lot, I want 500 batteries. Perfect. 1,000 cables, which I don't have a chest for those. I think I should store a chest of these. It would be pretty useful. I'll collect for now. Processing units, I have a ton in a chest. Concrete, I have a ton in a chest. Steel, I should have enough of. I have 300 right here. So I'll just do half, because that's a lot of inventory space. 5,500 glass, which I also need to reconnect to a chest eventually. Meteor defenses. Bunny. Five will keep me safer. Still need with the steel, but my entire factory is not moving because I'm not actually doing anything, so I need to make use of resources. Steel is in a bad spot. I need to move this somewhere better. Copper. Okay. There's the defense installations. That will keep me safe. The umbrella, I should just craft it. No reason not to. But I need the ammo, which is electric, battery, steel plates. Oh, I'm out of fuel. It's a good place to run out. Jet fuel. Rocket fuel, not jet fuel. It's over here. Somewhere. I need to be careful of trains. I'm gonna need to reroute this for cargo rockets eventually. Wow, these are slow crafts. 30 seconds each. But I can build these wherever, so I just need a good place for the ammo. Battery, circuits, steel. Circuits are everywhere down here. Batteries are here and going up. Everything is here. I can make the worst recipe. Ooh, it could be so bad. I have the steel here. Okay, I have both of those, so I just need... It's a 10-second craft. If I keep a full chest of it, I will never need more than one crafter, probably. This will, just because I can. Yep, that, which will then go into a chest. And I will then deal with as is appropriate. Ooh, wait, what is the stack size? 20. Yeah, I don't need more than one chest. One chest is probably even this much is probably too much. Okay. Lubricant might need to scale. These are huge. I didn't expect them to be that big. I'm gonna be launching rockets in this area. Oh yeah, I set that up at the end, and then I still have stuff to do with that. That can wait. Big thing was producing the big electrics. That's gonna scale up. I could do it here. Do like cargo rockets. Cargo rockets maybe go here. Yeah, like maybe I do cargo rockets extending down, these rockets extending right, and then a giant array of meteor defenses. Though I might want to do something with the core fragments. I could probably ship those straight to the left, so I do defenses above. But leave a little room. I have to assume. No way that won't be enough. These are kind of cool though. It's nice to see these giant turrets. Because that'll output here. Goes on the left side, yeah. Goofy. I don't even need power. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Inputs need power, but hopefully this can prevent me from getting bombarded by meteors. Oh, they do actually need power, okay. Just they were only complaining about... Oh yeah, obviously they need power. They're like 20 megawatt drain is listed. But that's a huge spike in power consumption, and it's nowhere near what I have, which is good. There are different target priorities. I'm assuming this is just very generic. Because I don't think you want these to shoot construction robots. Don't know what disabled by script means. Oh, it must have something to do with the fact there's a percentage charge instead of the normal energy system. I kind of want to see these fire. Okay, they store 4, which is plenty. That should be, they're 80% accurate. %80 accuracy. So the math, the chance of it missing is 0.2 to the power of 10, 1 minus that. It's like a 90% chance that at least if 10 trigger, that doesn't seem right. I haven't done statistics in so long. It shouldn't be hard, but I'm not worried. They're charging. Will they now stay disabled by script still? Hopefully that means they will shoot just fine. So, that's that. That is finally set up. Toss all my random garbage away. Should probably store those in the correct chest. I know where that is. Over here. I kind of want another set of heat exchangers repaired. And tanks, and those are there. I don't need to worry about heat pipes. I really should automate small electric iron poles. I have no excuse. But next thing is the umbrella. Batteries, units. They're all very small numbers. So, one stack of processing, half a stack of batteries. I wonder if they're consistent. Consistent on batteries to power capacity. I think it's 200. I didn't actually check properly. Copper is being stored down here? No. Where am I siphoning my copper? Over here. That's a terrible place to siphon the copper. Glass, concrete. That's it. I don't have the inventory to fix my glass right now. Umbrella. This can be put down wherever. How big is it, though? I feel like it would be pretty cool to make a little island here. So I might consider doing that. There's another step underway. It'll take a little bit to craft. Ooh, how long of a craft is it? 10 seconds. A lot of these are very arbitrary feeling. Those turrets feel like they should probably take less time than a global umbrella. Ooh, did I miss a spot? That doesn't matter. Collecting this is a waste of time. Okay, umbrella's built. Umbrella is pretty big. I think that will look good. It's impressive that a robot can carry that. That's a power draw. Huge spike in production. Oh, it actually did go to max for just a second. Cool. Okay, well, that's there, so I'm safe. I think the math on Steam storage... Oh no, I think I'm only safe if it's at full at the start of the solar event. Or I just made a random amount of tanks that was totally unrelated to the math. Oh, what's the conversion of steam to power? 60 steam, 5.8 megawatts. I should do the math and not just place down another ton of storage tanks. I don't think it's really an issue to have too much. I could also start work on more reactors, but before that I should actually get better nuclear fuel crafting instead of doing it fully manual. Ah, this is fixed, good. Wow, that turned an entire warehouse into that much uranium. Put it there for now. Okay. Warrant one of these and then actually connect this. What is the Corvax enrichment is converting. Yeah, that's getting more 235. You need 40 to even start it. So I definitely shouldn't automate fuel, because I need to stockpile 235 to get the more efficient 235. Well, not more efficient. Oh, the conversion. We'll need to have a bunch collected. I could make so many more centrifuges and it would be a lot faster. I think it's fast enough for now. There's still a lot of steam. Still a fairly low consumption that I would love to expand a bit, to have a little more space. I guess I should look and see 2.28 gigawatts. As long as I am using less than like 7 or 0.7 gigawatts, I should be fine. Yeah, 0.6. As long as I'm less than 0.6 gigawatts. So 600 megawatts is the max safe allowance for constant power drain. Which could also spike if all of these have to fire and then recharge. Which would be all of them together, which is unlikely to happen. 200 megawatts, so I want to stay under 400 megawatts. Which is doable. Considering I've never had a higher sustained draw than... Oh, it would be 15, 30... Yeah, it's never been much higher than maybe 70 or 80 for sustained. Well, no, 70 or 80 is silly to say. I don't think the sustained has ever been higher than 90 to 100, so I have a lot of space. I need normal turrets, laser turrets to defend against bugs. I also need to destroy some nests. Kind of want to get rid of that, but they're not really a threat. Down there, that's the issue. I guess I can work on the next important step is the rocket, cargo rockets, and building roboports. Small electrics, advanced circuits, concrete, steel plates. I can leave some of that to manual effort, because shipping the concrete from here to here just feels ugly for something that I don't need that many of at any given time. But advanced circuits, I can draw from here, and I have no space to get down here, so I shouldn't do it down here. These have been doing their job? Good. Oh wait, iron ore is 1.3 million. I can't remember what that started at. I should probably start considering building more external stuff. If I want... Do I need space? Not really. If I want this to run to a different area, best location for that is here. I can get it to run along this coal line. However far down I need it. I probably don't need to increase this accumulator line much, if at all, ever. This is hopefully fine. I don't know why I built this so close. Yeah, this doesn't... That's just a dump, so it's not a vital component. This can sit... I could build roboports way down here and adjust it later when I can make requester chests. That's, I think, the best thing I can do. I should check if I don't have any red circuits down here. It's gonna ruin this system again. I guess if I split it here. It'll cause less of an issue. That's really not nice looking. I feel like I could try and limit the amount that just sits on this belt. What was that? Filter? I'm gonna not mess with that. Input's fine, output. Yeah, I think that just would prioritize right over left, so it's not a good idea. Just accept having a large, useless stockpile. Ooh, not quite far enough. Four shots fired, 6 out of 10 remain ready. It worked. Excellent. Obviously it works, but it's cool to see it do its job. Two components of a roboport. I should have steel somewhere. Oh, I could do terrible things again, and I will. I really think this splitter nightmare is awful, but it works. Doesn't quite work here. I can make it work. I can just run it beside it for now. is a bad habit. I should think ahead a little more. Why is it all on one side? That doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, yeah, because priority left here. That makes sense. Could probably remove that priority. No sense in changing it, just to make it look better. This is draining tons of green circuits, but it's not a problem. These are currently limited by assemblers. Good. So I can scale that up. Oh, there is probably not enough phone tablets to scale that up. Roboports are not going to be done well at all here. Actually just felt like leaving space for the future. Steal a bunch of... I must have picked these up somewhere while building this mess. That must be why I have so many. Doing this manually will be fine for now. Because I really need to pay more attention. I don't need many roboports right now. Ooh, roboports craft really quickly. Not that I need it to, but... $10 per stack? Yeah. 50 should be more than enough. Okay, that's been put off long enough, and that's done now. I should add... that preemptively. Have that in place. That's gonna chew up this. I should really... prioritize left. It won't change anything right now because nothing's being made, but... so that's that. I need to get laser turrets to defend next time I get attacked. In the last 10 minutes, nothing's been absorbed. Hello! Engines. How are you? Oh, that's a gun turret, not a laser turret. That shouldn't be that bad other than the glass. Okay, motors. Batteries. Circuits. Steel. Glass. Motors, circuits, steel, batteries, and glass. Yeah, so much more convenient options for small scale production. Ooh, my copper's not looking too good here. I managed to set up a few things already today. I made 10 of these, which might be too many, but I've seen like 6 meteors, I think, once, so it felt appropriate. And I crafted this guy. Do you have to like send out tons of just navigation satellites, whatever the satellites are called? I should keep sending these out. Oh, can I automate these right now? That'd be probably worth it. No, I don't want to automate that yet. That feels like a robot thing. Unless that's not. Yeah, logistics is post space science, so that is probably far enough. Oh, the cryonite stuff. Biochem. These are all doing their job. Should that be a storage or a requester? That should be a passive provider, I think. As should this. As should a chest for those, which I don't have. It's like you had to focus on one thing to get it working. Actually, unrelated. Funny story. My, one of my monitors just died. I've torn it apart and seen that it was a capacitor inside, whatever. I've borrowed from my parents a 20-year-old Dell monitor that has lines running through it that makes me think of like a CRT thing, and it is working better than the monitor that died after 3 years. But it just, I look over to my right and I see it, and it's funny. It's completely unrelated to Factorio, but oh yeah. Like, I've learned about how people can source individual capacitors through not Amazon, because Amazon you don't get it, you don't seem to get anything like reputable. Which is maybe not the most important thing all the time, but it's kind of interesting. Probably more meaningful for like, I think there's repair enthusiasts online that exist, big on repairing like radios and stuff. Which is kind of a neat subset. I'm gonna figure out how to lay this out. If I start here, it won't be the best, but I need to start somewhere. And then figure it out. It's probably better to overlap a little more as opposed to under. Where's that one? Oh, okay, it's up there. I need it partway through the grenades, and this is too far down. Don't really need this much coverage for there, but let's just place these down. Let's see how it goes. That's probably a better way. Yes. Because I got the small engine set up. Mass just raised provider. Oh. I didn't know you could do chests to providers. That doesn't look pretty. I didn't think that would cover as an upgrade. It makes sense. I just hadn't considered it. It's not gonna fit there. I should definitely just pick better spots. I bet I should build a blueprint of some type with an electric pole for placing these down. Really done that. Let's do the top first. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Oh yeah, I need to get these going. I just didn't. I don't know. It felt like the various logistics chests always felt like logistics chests instead of chests, even though they obviously just are chests, but better. This is gonna bug me. I can build this without it being a major issue. Boom. It's so unnecessary. Yeah, I should make an upgrade blueprint for... Upgrade blueprint, upgrade whatever. Upgrade planner. I need to do this for... That's not the right order. The space transport should be to the right, I think. Basic upgrade there. Basic upgrade there. And basic upgrade there. Can I store this in blueprints? I can. I'll do that in a bit. So it's just sort of not correct. Which that makes it better, I think. Like a bug misclassification scenario is better than bad classification, I guess. I really want to see these fires, so I'm going to sit here while figuring out. I think the next step Well, no, the next step is laser turrets and walls. After that, it's the big cargo rocket. The silo itself looks fine. I should automate radars. But the components for the rocket, the components for the cargo launch seem difficult, annoying. Cargo rocket sections using low density and rocket control are fine, just the cargo pods and fuel tanks are a little, like, I don't have an iron chest crafting, that's easy. Fast inserters are kind of awkward. But I mean, if I guess I just set up a new line for burner to inserter to fast inserter instead of trying to reuse my existing stuff. Yeah, like, those are painful. A lot of this can be kind of done on site. Ooh. Well, actually, I do have the small electric motors already, so that one's not that bad. Yeah, those that look kind of painful. I'm gonna do my laser turrets first, because I got distracted by myself, as always. Though, maybe I do robots. Which, if I do set up robots, I should... so wait, shift control... Let me do that, I should put it in the correct spot. So that's there. I wish that the ghost ones left like a visualized the layout for when it was built. It would be very helpful. I'm out, okay. This is very slow, which is gonna be fine long term. It's just an issue right now. That's easier, just build it higher up. Okay, that's just to the right of that iron line. And that will get me most of the way to this area. These robots confuse themselves sometimes. I guess because I'm moving too quickly. So one starts to go out, but by the time I get there, they're already slow. Like the, spaceship thing, where if it takes beyond a set number of years to fly somewhere in a spaceship, it's better to wait. Which is a fun kind of fact, where if expected progress in spaceflight is fast enough, it's obviously going to be better to delay launching a ship. Oh, I don't know if that's good. This is... Well, actually, I am using all of these batteries, which means I do want to scale it up a little. Why am I using all these batteries? Because I'm making far too much of this. Which will stop when I have I really don't need any storage of that because I have far too much. That's such a huge waste. Greater than is not the right one. I need less than. So if it's less than 100, it does that. Now it's gonna stop draining batteries. I think I want to do the same thing here. Which actually means I shouldn't do this. I should. That is less than 100. Control the input there. And just let this produce and have a little bit in the chest in case I, for some reason, need 20. I doubt that will ever matter. I was not looking for something. I did lightly fix nuclear. I don't think it's quite right. I just set it to... It'll grab with a limited stack size once it drops below 15,000. I also added more storage, which is not necessary. I just felt compelled to. And it turned on and consumed a bunch. It used about 6 since then. Ooh, I forgot. I need to... That doesn't look right. I guess it is. Yeah. I think for now, it kept it going for the moment. I just wanted to get, this functioning first. So I just did something that would not dump everything, but would control it a little. Yeah, there's either draw it based on temperature, nuclear plant max storage, you mean like measuring the heat or temperature? It's like add if steam is low, or judging steam and temperature, keeping temperature above a certain amount is my initial thought. I can't remember where these are crafted. Where are they? Oops. They are in there. Where did I miss them? Oh, they're here. Okay. Arithmetic, decider, selector, constant, power switch. Power switch is funny. Okay, so it is actually reading the one instead of trying to rely on the other element. Okay. What am I doing? I am going to grab copper. Which would be decider. Was that what you said? No, you did not. Or I don't know what selector combinator means. I don't know if I've used it, but I think decider makes sense. I haven't used these in a year. Right here. Change the red input to there, leave the red for now. So, both of those are red. One is reading steam, which is a resource. The other is, oh, we'll have to pull from red, so I do need to leave the red connected. This one's reading that. So if it is an and, fuel equals 0, and this is less than equal to, less than versus less than equal to is kind of the same. I think 15,000 is an initial number, which should not be too high. And it will output the nuclear fuel reprocessing at a unit of 1. Then I need to turn these off. That's a little wasteful. Green to there. Ugh. That's gonna look bad. I should do... That doesn't look good either. I think it's because of the red power line, the red lines. Those are why it looks bad. Temps, and this is looking for reprocessing equals 1. The red line's reading correctly, which I don't really need that to go there. I can have it just go there directly. Which changes nothing. Stack size. So it will now run as long as I give it fuel. I didn't consider that. Like, if there's one, don't add more. So that should now be fine. This will only go off if I run out of fuel. And I cannot remember what that radar is for. The radar was power for if I run out, the steam kicks in. Which was reading 5K. Okay, good. So now the only problem here is I'm still doing the fuel manually. But having looked at the enrichment process, I don't think it's a good idea to even consider automating it yet. Because once I automate it, it's going to use it. If I don't limit it aggressively, it'll use up this, and I need to collect 40 before the enrichment can be used. So I just need to make sure I don't... I could limit it so it doesn't consume it all, but it's efficient enough to do it manually for now. I just need to get progress. I feel like I should prioritize the right input to clear this out. Should also kind of balance it a little bit. Oh no, that doesn't look like it needs to be balanced. Okay, that's fine. So, I really should replace that, but not a current issue. I'll wait for those to collect, and I will now need to build laser turrets and better walls. Better walls would be concrete and steel. And if I just set this up and let it run, I can collect a lot. Very little effort. I need to watch for trains. I'm gonna die. So I have walls running across the top to over here. I have steel, I have concrete. These will scale up eventually, but I can probably just do a really bad production line there for walls. I'm not really expecting to need all that many of them right now. Oh, it's not steel. I thought that was steel. That's fine. Just need the concrete. Don't know why I thought it was steel. Nothing there needs steel, so. Okay, let's get these producing. No, I want to make steel because it feels... I said I want to make steel. I don't want to make steel. I have no steel anywhere near here. This is the closest. Okay, I'm gonna say I'll just repair it. Should be fine. They should work. That'll be fine. I won't regret this. Page up. Nope, not page up. Numpad plus. Jetpack kind of makes the concrete a lot less valuable. But long term, it's still good. Did I format this? I think I did. Stone bricks. I need to focus, though. I need to make laser turrets. Nope. I keep distracting myself. And I think it wouldn't even be particularly tough to set up the line right now. Yeah, I think a little more battery is worth it. Laser turrets. I have my small electrics here. I have my steel and electronic circuits up there. It's just batteries and glass. I have batteries nearby. I could cut the batteries across here, which would be ugly and not actually work, because there's not quite enough space to do it in a way that wouldn't be horrible. But I could pull them down there. That would be fine. I want this to have a little more space. I think I want to run on the left, which means the steel will have to maneuver. I think the maneuver with the steel is... Oops, that was not good. That's interesting. I wasn't shaking as much when I was clearing it before when I was flying. Interesting. This will need to scale up, probably. Seem to leave a little space for that. Is that still going to cause a problem? No. But temporarily, to get this started, laser turrets. 20-second craft time, 520 batteries. I probably want them to weave in and out. But I don't really need them quickly. Then I need glass. Glass and batteries need to come on the left side. Got batteries here, they can get there easily. Glass is... here. And I could really mess with this a bit, because I could do the opposite of what I did here. Remove this filter and just make a glass splitter. And then box myself in and have nowhere to go. Could bring it a little to... that wouldn't be too bad. If I split this, get this onto one side of a belt, can I reroute? Could work with it here. That's not far enough. That's not worth it. Yeah, not enough space. Power is still connected, good. Nightmares. This is what I guess nightmares are made of? Or something like that? Absolutely disgusting layouts of belts. That are wholly unnecessary. These are red. Not long term. These are so slow. These stack to 50. 250? 250 feels like... It feels like that should be a lot. But long term, I think I would want... There will be times where I will be waiting if I have less than that. Like, I know there will be times where if I have 250 stored, I will have to wait for some. They're not actually that expensive. Yeah. Like, they craft slow enough that I don't think 500 will be an issue to just let it collect. But I should probably double up. Which means this won't work. That won't work. I have to copy from here. We have to fix that. I think that should be enough for now. Might be more than I need. I'll go 500. It shouldn't strain any resources too much. And I should probably go wipe out those guys with the railgun. Ooh, wait, didn't I automate poison capsules, or did I plan to automate poison capsules? Because if I've automated them, I need to pick those up. Okay, I didn't automate them. I need to do that. Coal, electronic circuits, and steel. That's kind of a grim poison. You're just picturing like using coal as the poison of choice. Or well, products of coal. Do any steel near here? Steel. Coal. Circuits. Do I make this horrible? I think I do make this horrible. That is... For how horrible this is as a place to do this, I really like how it fits. Oops, one too high. It just looks pretty good just slotting in right there. It's the same color as the solar panels. I didn't place this. Okay, these stack to 100. How much of a resource drain are they? I don't think I'd feel bad about having 4.8k poison capsules saved up, but I don't think I need them. I don't need stone walls. So much garbage in my inventory. Ooh, I crashed a bunch of fuel. How much do these drain each? These drain max of... I'm gonna aggressively round that up to 2 megawatts. Two megawatts. I have an allowance of about 400 to be 100% safe. I have 400 megawatts that I can work with. Where if all 10 of these need to refuel at the same time as the umbrella's protection is at peak drain, I have 400 megawatts to work with. Again, assuming I have enough steam stored up. Which I should really do the math on if this whole array of steam... I need to figure out the pipeline contents that is required for the solar event to be sustained, and then use that to select my minimum fuel or minimum steam storage. This is how many... if I go control copy, this is 480 turbines. 480 times 60 is a little under 30,000 steam per second. Yeah. Well, it's sort of, I want to make sure, if I set this number to a high, and as long as this number isn't too low, it should be fine. As long as the buffer is high enough. But 30,000 per second at full power. Oh, I just do the math for the gigajoules, probably. But I'm assuming 2.28 gigawatts is the peak. The max duration is 2 minutes. So that is 3.5 million steam in the buffer, which is an amount. 288. Oops. 288. Times 15,000 is enough, I think. Unless something was wrong there. My 3.5 million was 2 minutes at, would be running, I think was trying to calculate all of these running for 2 minutes at full power. Not the actual solar gigajoule requirement. Just to be like overly safe and factors of safety. Like jokes that exist about civil engineering where pi is 5 because if it's in the correct direction, that just adds extra safety. So like, if a bridge is extra safe, that's not a problem. It's more expensive, but yeah, I just don't know, which I guess it's just 60 steam is 5.8 megawatts. But I can't remember. Megajoules are, yeah, it's like hours at, it's like 1 gigajoule would be an hour of 1 gigawatt. I can just get my watt production, which would be, I mean, 2.8 gigawatts is watts per second. Because it's the sort of, I don't know if the gigawatts to gigajoules is normal. That's weird, isn't it? 0.28 times 120 is 273.6. Maybe I'm very off on energy, but if it ran 2.28 gigawatts for 2 minutes, that's 273. Okay, no, I thought that was a 2 for some reason. That makes sense. I'm just bad at math. Basic counting. Gigajoules. So that would, what is this? This is 15,000 times 288 means that I should have 4.3 million units of steam. If I divide that by 60 and multiply it by 5.8, I have 417,000 megawatts? Or megajoules? Which should be 417 gigajoules stored in the steam tanks, as long as I have 15k left. These make 5.8, right? Yeah. I think it's fine. I think that number being more than double means that as long as I have this set to 15k, it should be safe for the current coronal mass ejection until that maybe scales up later in the game. I don't know if it should or if it would. Yes, I got amount of steam, then steam, working with, did I divide it by 60? I had every 60 units of steam produced 5.8 megawatts is what I did, or I think what I did. I didn't have it really written down beyond the calculation, so it's kind of, I didn't do a good job of tracking it myself. But I'm pretty sure what it should be was yes, kind of the yes. I think, oh, what did I get? I got 40 times 60. Trying to look at my numbers again. What's my 28,000? Was that my max? Yes, that was the max production. This is not a relevant calculator anymore. I think that was the initial attempt. I think it should be fine. I think within the next 16 hours I'll feel compelled to make another set of reactors. Because they are pretty cheap. Oh, I didn't keep the tab. 15. 288. I have the minimum buffer should be 4.32 million steam, which that times 100,000 joules. No, that's not what I would do. Oh yeah, that's joules per steam. That times 100,000 divided by what, 1 million to get to gigajoules? It's not right. It should be 1 billion to get to gigajoules. It should be. That doesn't seem right. I'm gonna about lasers for a second. How are the lasers doing? The lasers are going very well. Yeah, like I think that was, I think, basically what I got to before I deleted my calculator on the left, which was a safe amount of steam. Ooh. I should automate belts, not belts, big electric poles. Because those are terrible to craft. Where is angry? It must be down here that's angry? Oh, yep, new. Okay. Get my train. Yeah, the total cost is a little under 2 gigajoules for the 2 minutes of the solar event. Oh, that did not line up quite right. J is what I wanted. Oh, I'm on the wrong gun, that's why. So I could cut my capacity. Was it 2 gigajoules? No, I think the total actually was, yeah, it's 180 gigajoules, not 2. It's the peak power that's 2 gigawatt. Actually, I don't know if the joules gigajoules is correct. I guess they do joules gigajoules is like per second. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Oh, that's dangerous. I forgot that I was waiting for the poison. And I got a little overly ambitious. Oh, did they stop the edge of the poison there? That was kind of cool. Oh, the poison kills me. I forgot. And if it kills me, it knocks me out of my jetpack. That was silly. Yeah. Which is, the peak production is where I need to make sure that I limit my maximum sustained load. Oh yeah, doing it in a tank would be easier. Just, I think laying out poison and then railgunning could be funny. Either way, I'm making poison. I forgot that I wanted to poison stuff. I got distracted by the fact that my base was under attack. I have enough poison that I could go wipe out a couple nests if I had ammunition, which I don't think I do. Plastic, explosives, and steel. My explosives production is horrible. Plastic, explosives, steel. This steel is a problem. Am I undersupplying? Yes, I'm not. That doesn't feel right. How am I not undersupplying the steel? Maybe it's just playing catch up? Like, I only have one line feeding iron into it, but it doesn't look like it's undersupplied? I thought I needed multiple lines to keep it going. Yeah. I guess Yeah, okay, one line in, a fifth of a line out, which means that it's... As long as this is going at full power, then I need 5 lines of steel because of time? Which means that if I just upgrade these to the faster tier, that will mitigate it a bit. It's a lot of walls. Where's my... It's down here. I should also use the upgrade. Why not? Just upgrade what it can. Short on splitters, which are never fun. Oh, okay, so it is fine, and I can just scale up both. Which I guess if I'm scaling up both, then I should do this one as well. I guess it just looks... The outgoing just looks terrible. Ooh, yeah, 4 shots to clear 2 meteors. Feels unfortunate, but I'm gonna be seeing that a lot. Okay, now it's just... Wait, am I gonna need to... Well, none of these had issues, so I'm gonna not worry about that. I don't think I need to upgrade the inserters, because the inserters gained an extra capacity through research. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got distracted again because my steel was low. Because I was gonna set up big electric poles. Concrete, copper cable, iron sticks, steel. Can I do that any more convenient? Concrete's awful. This actually isn't an issue. This gated flow, because it's not a fully utilized belt anyway. Ooh, now my iron ore there is bad because I'm not supplying it fast enough. Okay, I have to fix this first, and then I can get back to... That's the coal, not the iron. That should fix it. I'm gonna do a quick... Ooh, this little bit much. I'll gradually upgrade all my belts. to focus on the steel, because that is what I need to do. Well, not steel. Getting steel and stuff for my... Oh, I have a loose belt. That's never good. Yeah. Which is kind of why I was delaying. I can get roboports and construction robots and just do that. But my roboports are kind of slow. Oh, I have 30 now. It's not as bad. Okay. Concrete is here. I have boxed it in, which is bad, but it's not an issue right now. I can feed it up. Because I shouldn't need... This is a temporary mess. I just need iron sticks and copper wires. Can I steal that from anywhere? I have iron sticks here that are vastly overproduced. That was never connected. That was silly. I could get a couple of these. And then run it across the top. That feels silly. That feels really silly. Because it's just copper and iron. Yeah. I do actually... I probably have the roboports. That I should do that now. Get them all placed. But I need the robots. I still haven't automated the robot crafting. Because that was delayed by big electrics. This would be easy now. I could do that at any moment. How did this run out of ammo? Oh, okay, that's a flaw. That's a mistake. The issue with how this is set up is that that will occur. Because it all just collects there and it's super wasteful. Solution that I don't think is good, but I'm gonna go for, is not that, because it splits it. This is not the solution, I just find it entertaining to me. And my limiter is already bad, this is not gonna work. Ah, whatever. It all being on one side is not a problem. This is not what I should be doing. Like, yeah, half belt so that it doesn't store as... It's not as wasteful in storing it. I even intentionally put it onto 2. Because I thought, hey, more storage is good, but the storage does directly cause problems. That's gonna keep it working while I get undistracted. What I need now is to get... I guess the concrete needs to be shipped somewhere more convenient, because doing all the concrete up here is bad. Ooh, my stone's bad, okay. Oh no, the stone's actually fine. Well, no, it's not fine. This was doing nothing this whole time. But my stone is being drained for something all of a sudden. What's consuming all my stone? Not the brick. Oh, it is the bricks, isn't it? Because the bricks are refilling here, which is going all the way up, and is consistently producing walls. And the walls are traveling all the way over here to make better walls. Oh, but I do need a lot of walls if I want to build walls. I should probably just use stone walls. Yeah. But it's safety. I feel secure if I know I have walls protecting me. I need to check this regularly. I'm surprised that biter attacked me. Because this is suggesting that no biter nests got hit by pollution, but I still got attacked. Maybe I destroyed their nest, but they were still alive? No, but I destroyed their nest after they attacked me. If they wander into the pollution cloud, does that aggro them? Oh. And if you assume you don't make like an elaborate weird diamond shape to try to mess with their pathing, which I won't because it's not necessary in this context. I'm gonna have to deal with that for robots soon. Wait, how many? It's a lot of motors. It's good. This is being drained here. And here. I tracked again. I was doing power poles so that I could start setting up laser turrets so that I could protect the world. I'm just gonna do these. I think I just do these manually for now. I have... most of those are in chests. One per, that's 500 is a lot of electric poles. Probably not too many. But I'll probably not make all of those. Copper cables are here. I need twice as many. And iron sticks I do not have getting collected. This will be horrible. But I will laugh when I see it in the future. And that will make me happy. No, that should be blue. It will make me happy when I see this in the future. I think for now I just set that to craft. Just collect a bunch and craft it manually for the moment. That should be enough for now. So, I need to wipe out those nests, and then I think there's only maybe one potential threat from that direction. No train. No train. Full rocket fuel. Little islands are pretty funny. I brought a tank. Yeah, up here. Because if I can secure here... I got distracted again and forgot to craft my ammunition. Or, well, set up crafting for tank ammo. Yes, I don't think biters should be able to cross that. If they can, that is something that I will complain about. And then move on because it's whatever. Ooh, autosaves are spooky. This is not efficient. I don't have enough tank rounds to... That's not one. I guess I should just sit in the tank and deal and ram the stuff. That's the better play. Just ram the nests. Oh, it auto-filled it. Cool. That's much safer. Oh, can't let these guys leave. Oh, the trees are getting destroyed. Yeah, which is why they shouldn't be able to, but like, if somehow they end up crossing, I will be frustrated because it's not how it should work. Oh. The spitters are still alive. Ammo. Yeah, the poison ramming doesn't really work the best. Which is, it's not the intended methodology. Ooh, robots. Okay, the ramming is just clunky on this scale. These nests are too big for it to really work at an acceptable speed. Which is fine. Yeah. I think cannon shell to weaken it up and then finishing it with ramming is better than trying to get the full HP with a ram, because these have too much HP. Sadly, I have no cannon rounds, but also I think this one's currently small enough that I can railgun the rest of it. I get back in my tank and just let them die in the poison. That was not clean at all. That was very inefficient on the poison. Kind of feeling like maybe I poison the front very heavily. And then do my best to railgun. Or not, because they don't cooperate and walk through the poison. They actually avoid it pretty effectively. What are they? Oh, Stupid robots. No self-defense. It just is kind of clunky with this. I think I should just leave this particular one for now. And go get ammunition. Instead of trying to do it this way, because this way just doesn't feel the best. Though, I did soften some of it up with the railgun, so maybe it's fine that way. A little bit of a different approach, but some of those got railgunned enough that it didn't feel terrible to clear. I did lose a construction bot though, which is a shame. So this whole section should now be completely safe. I think they can cross... Ooh, that doesn't look like they should be able to cross that. Which means that's completely safe as well. I would call this nice world, Jen, if there was any good... If there were any important large ore veins in the area, but there's very little up here. There's like a bit of coal and a small amount of oil. It's still nice to have a dead end. Keeps me safer. Plenty of rock fuel. Not gonna disappear in the middle. Yeah, that whole section should be safe. What is this? Oh, it's the weird marshy water. This section's kind of an issue. If I want to get ahead of all this, I probably want to cut it off there. Clear that. These guys can live on their islands and absorb stuff, assuming they can't cross there or there. Wall there. Probably best to say to wall here instead of going even further and wiping out all this additional stuff. But then this side is safe, I think. I think I just need a wall here and here. There, and on the left. Which is pretty convenient. I didn't look for trains. I could have died. Okay, I did build my power lines. Power poles. So if that is safe, I should build a wall here. Which I should probably just do landfills. No, I have power here. That's probably good. I should grab some walls. Grab some laser turrets. And start creating defensive lines. Why is this way? Oh. Fair enough. Is there anything else that's wrong? No, good. So we'll have to adjust eventually. That's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, which is good. This will need to be repairable, but that might be overkill. It doesn't work because it's too close together. It should be enough for now. And if I had stuff to actually repair it, it would be a good idea. But ooh, I could do some. I can just make substations right here. And use like 2. What is the range of a substation? Ooh. Pretty close to what I would want. I think that's actually perfect. Yeah, I'd have to get all of that set up. I think one of the recommended mods was the combat overhaul thing, which, because it makes it so that attacks hit the walls instead of turrets. So it'll be a different repair requirement. Because stuff might focus walls and they might break instead of distributing it somehow. I don't know yet. But I'll just have to chain those to repair stuff as necessary. I do wonder how these will attack me. Yeah. Like when these guys get angry, if they can't run here, will they run? Oh, well, I was gonna say will they run via the nearest path to get there, but I don't know if there's any connection. Like, I assume they don't pathfind around the entire world if they're aggressive from anything. Because these guys here would have to run... They could maybe run here. They'd have to run all the way around. Which, like, running there seems a bit much. So, like, I'm worried there might be a little bit more load there than I would predict if they can pathfind insanely far. But if they can't, then I think this whole north section should be safe all the way around to the desert. Yeah, as long as I can make progress. Which, actually, once I get, what was that? Oh, okay, yeah. Spidertrons are far, but artillery isn't. And once I can get artillery, then... Actually, the artillery will aggro stuff. I should go kill those worms. I feel kind of bad for them. The artillery will aggro stuff onto the walls as they clear, so that still will matter. But those guys have been suffering by themselves for a long time. Next area to build a wall is probably near here, which will be a lot more effort. Kind of want to see what happens if I put down a ton of laser turrets right on top of them. Not right on top, like using the laser turrets to encroach. That train is moving. I have to cross quickly before I get hit. That was the next step to getting lasers built. To help with this, I do definitely need to undistract myself. My explosives are produced slowly. They are produced over here. I'm not going to scale it up yet. Ooh, my sulfur is a little low. I can scale that up easily. I just need to figure out plastic and explosives. I can put them onto a belt together. That's easy. Is it steel plates that I need to locate? I have steel plates there. Okay. I guess that's the terrible play. Should be able to make enough ammunition here to not have to worry. You know what? Let's just do one and then leave space for uranium version. These produce, if I have the resources, plenty quickly. I just don't have an output. That'll work. If necessary, but I guess for now, more of the same. Questionable building. But Now I have cannon shells. They stack to 100. 1,000 cannon shells will be more than enough. I should also move a bunch of this onto the belt to get it moving a little quicker. Ah. That is a mistake. Only grab if... I don't know. Signal sent for only 1 tick when the item enters the belt. I wonder where I would use that. I kind of want to think about it. Okay, so it's going to read explosives. A belt can hold... Okay. 4 items, I think. Yeah, 4. If it is greater than equal to 3. Well, I should say equal to 4. Oh, but it's curved, which might affect it. Five. It's not consistent. So if you want to sort of keep track of stuff instead of doing everything, I could see... I can't think of a specific use for counting, but I could think of ways. I bet it's more usable with more complicated... Like if you really wanted to, could you use it to make sure that the ratio between 2 items is right where it needs to be by making, like, make X of item sort of, but like once you've made X of item A, make an item B, which rarely would be necessary. I want to scale that up a bit. Oh, no. Easiest way to scale that up is to extract it faster. And then upgrade. Deal with upgrading the belt later. Why is this sulfur so bad? Because I've been producing batteries non-stop. Where is this sulfur produced? Up here. It is currently limited by sulfur. That doesn't feel right. Ah. That is an appropriate reason. I'm not supplying enough, but I'm also not inputting enough. 2 fired, good. Yeah, caught up. So I do need to scale it up a little bit. Ramp it up, scale it up, I don't know. There is nothing restricting it. Glass and stone bricks. And motors. I should get to making robots. Which means I need to make sure I have a roboport in this area so that I can limit... Ooh, that's been sitting at 30 for a long time. Why? Oh, yes. That makes a lot of sense. Let's stop producing those for a bit. This is limited by the stone, which is limited by the stone, which is in turn limited by, you guessed it, the stone. That's not needed anymore. Do I have 3 splitters. That should be fine. As long as the upgrade is post-merge. Up until there will be beneficial. Yeah, this is why I should get robots working. But also need to deal with all that stuff. Okay, is this going fine? I think so. Yeah. The backlog here is clearing out. I'm gonna need more stone. Good problem to have. Because the solution to that is very simple. Find stone on the map somewhere over here and build trains. Except I don't want to build a train for that one. That one is... that one's too close to feel like I can justify building a train there. And also it's totally against the flow of everything. Maybe I can find a better vein with like 5 million or something. The issue is desert. Is there any way to highlight auras specifically? Because it's so hard to spot stone on desert background. I think it's just hard to spot stone at all. Is there some there? I can't really justify that until I wipe out all the nests. Stone there would be pretty safe. I would want elevated rails for aesthetic reasons, though. Yeah, if it... maybe tips and tricks will tell me. Or... resource... I don't know. Tips and tricks doesn't help me. I'll just... it's 2 million. It's pretty good. I'll just set it all up with... ooh, that's flickering. That's not good. Wait, yeah, why... oh, I didn't fix that. Oh, that's bad. I forgot about that. That's really bad. That's why it's not working properly. Maybe that's the issue with the sulfur. Maybe the sulfur was... No, the sulfur's fine. It's not having an issue with the petroleum. Still carrying a bunch of laser turrets. I should plant them down here. I have some substations. Build a substation here. And there. And just... This should not be necessary, but it will prevent further catastrophes. That should keep it safe. And these will fill up. This suggests to me that I actually didn't waste any time, because the buffer's empty and these are still not full, so I don't think I wasted any time. Because the buffer should be 200 and... 300? It should be 300. These each only use 50, so it's 100 total, so it should be... Did I speed upgrade? Yes. So yeah, I didn't slow myself down at least. It's just not good enough. I just don't have enough oil. Huh. I'm kind of surprised. Even this 1400% yield. Well, I guess this was sitting here not moving at all for probably the last 2.5 hours, so maybe once this starts moving it'll be fine. That doesn't make sense. If this was sitting here for 2.5 hours doing nothing, this should have filled 100 instantly. I would think. Unless 1400% produces a lot less than I would hope. Just isn't enough. Okay, that's good copper. Yeah, I checked roughly that they're all running. I guess I could make speed 2s now, which would help a little. No, they would help. Yeah, they'd only help a little, 50% more. From plus 40, 140% to 160% is not 50% more. It's probably worth it. I need to grab a bunch of advanced circuits and motors, but I have those now. Oh, actually I always had motors. They were just in the wrong area. Yeah. I thought that previously I only needed like... I went too far. I only needed like 1 or 2 for most of Space Age. Like I unless the numbers were significantly... I could be remembering that the numbers... Oh, okay, no, that's good. I think the numbers could have been a lot higher, and I just forgot how high they were. I'm amazed I only had 24 extra motors. Wow. Because I thought they were in the like 1 to 2,000 range always, and never higher than that. Is this inefficient? It isn't. They're mostly making use of their flow, which means I need to get iron improved soon. Cool. I guess, yeah, I guess if there's more drain, then even if I have the same production, it would... Wow. I bet this is playing a pretty large... no, 4 lubricant per second's not that much. Yeah, it's not the lubricant, okay. Because I am just producing those non-stop. I'm trying to think of what additional components are draining. I guess making batteries non-stop is pretty... It's a pretty sizable drain on sulfuric acid, which further necessitates production of sulfur, which drains petroleum quickly. I want to store these. Yeah, production 2s use a lot of sulfur. Could that... 18% more sulfur? I know, I'll probably use it for this. Is probably better of the two. I don't know. It's one of the two is probably the better choice. Too much. Not from the energy. Is it just the speed reduction is too much? Though I think I could maybe use them for my my slightly overzealous plastic production. Might be. Oh, okay, so it's the modules themselves. Came a problem? Oh yeah, how do... As opposed to post module. Okay, I'm sidetracked. I was trying to do... Actually, I want to check up on my ammo. That's not enough. I need, like, probably that full row before I go destroy nests. Okay. I think the most valuable thing I can work on now is... I mean, just doing the necessary work to lay out roboports. It's not even going to be well laid out. But having them exist is important. Oh, that's fine. It's not the best looking spot, but... Oh, wow, that's an unfortunate... I'd rather save one power pole. I don't really know how necessary it is to have, like, perfect coverage of construction in areas that I've already been, but probably pretty likely to regret it if I skip a spot. 'Cause then I'll be trying to upgrade something and then I won't be able to. I don't really have space in there, so I just kind of have to live with it. I'd rather have that. Oh, I can't put it to that far left. That middle area is busy, so I guess I kind of have to put it around here. Feels like Space Age should have some sort of super roboport where well, super roboport not in space. Yeah. I guess I could worry less about exact square placement. Okay, so this area is fine to not have coverage for now. When I expand the base, I can adjust. I definitely need coverage of this. And coverage of the rail networks. Yeah. Having more will help long term. I guess it could depend on if I eventually set up elsewhere as like a central existence. Kind of I'm stuck on the idea of like, oh, this is my base. Everything has to be centered around my base. Like, that's really not efficient, probably. And it's probably not a huge problem. Oh, like a combo? I like it. A combo building is kind of cool. If I search for Roboport. Oh yeah, Mark II Roboports. I can't wait. Stuff that builds off of this. Swarm safety. Okay, it at least isn't obvious in its requirements. Then I'm gonna deal with it later. 'Cause yeah, like there's the stuff in space that's kind of cool. I guess maybe those can be used, if those can be used on, I was gonna call it Earth, but if they can be used on Novus, then, did I not? No, it's Novus orbit. Yeah, these radar construction pylons. If those can be used on planets, that would be, and the other one that they work with would be really nice to have access. Oh, I've been sitting in burning rocket fuel. Let's build one there, whatever. Absolutely no purpose in all that rocket fuel that I burned. Should figure out a rail Roboport setup. Coverage is pretty good for the main base. I'm missing stuff there. and up a bit. Can I do that? I can't. I can't do that. I could adjust to make that doable. Or I could just do this differently. Put one there, put one further up. It'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, I have that. I think that's... Ooh. I was gonna say next step after I cover this whole area. I don't actually have enough roboports to get there yet. So I will finish this. Yeah. If I... Can I do this? If I take one of these... And one of... Roboports don't do the smart... placement, right? If I do this and I drag, yeah, they just drag. Because there's value in spamming them close to each other. I'm gonna get started on that. Upwards. Extension. Which shouldn't be using these types of poles. I should be switching. And I can fix that on the way back. Yeah, do you like blueprint like 2 of them or 3 of them and just sort of chain it easily that way? This isn't gonna be too bad to get a little coverage here. It probably won't be needed for very long, but getting this connected here is probably nice. Now I can, that's my roboport limit. But I can start replacing these, which will temporarily be a problem. Why can't I see that? I should get this power set up first. Okay, the max placement using a blueprint would be much less annoying. Actually, I want that here because I like having accessible power poles on the rail line. Actually, now that I have the roboports building slowly, but building nonetheless, I should definitely put in the minor amount of effort to make a generic track blueprint and try to figure out how big to make it working with roboports. If I put this, I guess if I just do this, it's not, it has a lot of excess roboport coverage, and roboports are more expensive than power poles, so running extra power poles is probably better. Maybe it's not even that many more power poles. Okay, so maybe do you link your electric poles to them? Because that feels like, oh, what the heck? Oh. Huh? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Very confusing for a second there. Like, I can't think off the top of my head of scenarios where you wouldn't want power poles. Like, I guess there might be some. Like, the only thing that I could think of, where is this? Right there. The only scenario where I can think of where you wouldn't need power poles is if you have like individual areas with dedicated power supply at each of them, which would feel a little over the top. Because a centralized power lines between them is pretty simple compared to on-site power. Okay, I want robots. I need to keep track of time. I don't actually have much time left. Robots are different types of circuits and frames. So circuits are easy. Just need to get them to the right spot. Frames are big electrics, batteries, electronics, and steel. Oh, those aren't batteries. Batteries are here. I'm undersupplying batteries, so stealing them from there might be a problem. Long term, well, no. Long term, I'm just going to use robots to build my bots, and they're just going to do logistics request chests to craft, so a very temporary robot crafting spot would be fine. Do these have... If I feed into a assembling machine to set the recipe, logistic network contents, robot statistics. Yes, so I need robot statistics based on logistics and construction bots for determining which to craft. I'll figure that out in time, but I know that that can be read. Oh yeah, once I craft 400 robots here, I probably won't need to craft more before I can get logistics, is my hope. And I'm hoping maybe I won't... I might need more electric motors before I reach logistics. That would be believable. Now, these spaceships don't need the electrics right away. I'm just hoping I won't need to expand this too much, where building my robot thing right here would be a hindrance. I guess if I just build it slightly further right, it will be fine. Oh, no, I already blocked my expansion of this by building my lasers here, which I can work around if necessary. How far can that go? Yeah, I can work around that. I should build it here. I just need one more roboport as my robot, to input robots into the system and to control the supply. Should be fine. This would definitely be worth improving, but no, it's not necessary. The speeds are not necessary and I can't do productivity. I actually think I need more than this. I need at least that many, twice as many stored up. Okay, temporarily, this will go here. This will go there. This will craft. No, that won't work. I think it's a decider combinator that I can feed robot stats. Logistics bots are X, construction bots are Z. I'll have to figure out how I want to do this. I might need 2 decider combinators. Oh, good job blocking the meteors. So if this is less than equal to... Let's do 125 of each as a starting point. I'll just have to remember how this works. If I set this to logistics bot, it outputs that. If I then feed that into here and set the recipe, it does set the recipe. I think I need to use 2 different deciders. I don't think only one will work. I know it should be less than, because that will be a better number. Change that to Z to output construction bots. And it will run until logistics gets to 125, then it will no longer output that signal and it will switch to the other one. I don't think it's the most necessary setup. But I think for simplicity that works. I just need to figure out how I want to do my frames. Big electrics are up above. Your batteries are on the left. And these are right here. The batteries are undersupplied. I also have batteries here that I could also split off batteries here. That one won't work. I can't split batteries there. I could split batteries here. Split, and then get it nowhere because there's no space. that maybe... No, not quite. The sulfuric acid piping is really the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that I'm trying to push this all into a small space for no reason, but... I can move this stuff around. I could get myself some more space by having this run down before moving over and having it load here. And then I could ruin everything. Just for reference, how far? Yeah, I can go that far. I could change where this is positioned if I want to move stuff. Move this here. Ooh. Ugliest possibility. I split it here. No, I don't have space. I would have to adjust more. Yeah, it's not worth it. I just split it out here. Which is still terrible. I shouldn't be doing it this way. I can melt. Bring this across. How much does this need? 20-second craft time. It's really slow. Long term, I think I can get by with it being that slow. Short term, it will be a major nuisance. These can be productivity. It'll make it even slower, but I think I'll do it. Mostly because I can. Then I need... This is all so bad. And it really doesn't need to be as bad as it is. But it's temporary, is what I will keep telling myself. Do any circuits up here? I could... the stone tablets are kind of the issue if I want to set up circuits for splitters. Guess I can cook stone tablets here. This will never need to scale up. This is super unnecessary the way it is. Stone tablets or stone bricks. I can steal bricks from here, bring them up, cook them somewhere here to make enough circuits to produce splitters that need gear wheels that I can steal from there. Or I could have taken gear wheels from here, but I'm not going to do that. For this I use electric furnaces. Yeah, that's better. That's the best. That's unfortunate. Oh, too far. Too far. I need to get rid of these, move them to my other junk chest, but here's where the improved wait, what? Did I confuse myself? Oh, these are crafted, not cooked. Okay. Improved belts would be pretty good. Or, no, improved cables would be very useful as things get larger. Actually, that's wasteful. That's completely pointless. I'm gonna be fitting these on. No, wait, these are for circuits, not for the end product. It's these that I need to worry about. These will then let me copy this circuit setup. Which will need to be adjusted because I don't have copper. Copper can come along the middle. Okay. The real horrible play is that. I think I just want the copper running on the left. Rotate it to go upwards. Coming through the middle. So I want it one up. This will provide me with circuits on the right side of the output belt. Because it'll only be filling from one side. Which means there are options. doesn't look right. It must be here to the middle? No. Oh, the output belt is the strong belt. And the input belt is the varied here to there. That's the output. I don't have space to output this. I could move it all to the left. Two. One should be enough. I should do it there. The output. Why is these good belts? Oh no, that's bad. That will output just fine. And I can go one further. Circuits, gear wheels, and then the splitters. To move this over. Okay. No longer leaving myself stuck with this will be good to not be stuck with that anymore. Manually crafting them every time I need them. That should have been one over, but that did not seem efficient. I guess it probably was. This will likely pose problems on my supplies, but that should be much better than crafting it. Okay, that one definitely needs to be faster though. That's not an acceptable speed. Oh, I was short on green circuits. That's acceptable. Doesn't really need to even be perfect, just needs to do what I need, and it's doing it well enough. Okay, roboports are still a mess because I don't have steel, concrete moving automatically. I still haven't seen these fire. I really want to see what it looks like. Ooh, this is almost empty. Can't wait till that is gone. That has finally emptied its fuel, which is good. whole bunch of garbage. I just need to get these robots. I think that's what I'll do. I'll get the robots going and then I will stop. Okay, don't need any of this random garbage. I know where to put the laser chips. I should keep those. I always carry rail stuff with me. Yeah, give me space for more concrete. This doesn't have an inventory, right? Yeah, no inventory. Good. Safety first. Wait, did that say 500? 500 gigawatts of attacking power, which I guess is important for orbital lasers. Okay, that's good. Just need better storage. So that's that. The robot's here. Here. Need green and red circuits. Green is easy. I can split that, bring it down. Red. I've bottlenecked this area so much. Can I do that? Not quite. It's all my own fault, obviously. Blue belts are still ways away. I had actually thought this would be enough space. Is this needed? No, that's better. I could run across. Oh, that's not. That was for testing. I could run across there pretty well. How do I get there though? Probably like this. Should have put that one further up, but there. Gotta be careful of that. I mean, this is definitely enough sulfuric acid. Was this a sulfuric acid problem of my oil? How is my oil doing? I should change the priorities, maybe. Make this the high priority station because it has better... It just has better oil for now. Actually, it will always have better oil? I guess if it's a combined yield between all of the pump jacks, it might not matter? I don't know. I'll have to learn. It's not irony. Irony is something more complicated. But I was just working on making splitters, and I'm out of splitters, and I need them. Okay, split that. And now I figure out how I want to do this. I either run them both down, which is probably fine, or I limit the could do a funny limit the input of a splitter via circuits based off of what I need. 2 shots fired, 2 meters destroyed. Good. I mean, it's nothing to see. It's probably better to just have them all run here and just live with it. It'll grab what it needs. Never mind, wrong direction. It'll grab what it needs. And then it will work slowly now that it doesn't have a backlog, which is fine. It will do this all very slowly. And replace my broken bot. But it will do it automatically. While I do whatever I need to do next time. These guys look really slow. Even slower than the ones that... Even slower than what I'm used to. Oh, I do have a tank sitting there. Yeah. I'll have to figure out what I need to... Am I standing on the tracks? I'm not. Good. I'll have to figure out what I need to do next time. Like, this needs to get repairable, but it won't be a problem for a while. I think I need to wipe out more spider nests and set up walls as the top 2 priorities. Which, since I now have the rounds being produced and the grenades being produced, that will all be simpler. After that, though, I need to get better iron. Which is important. Yeah. Nice, okay. So, fighter defenses, iron, which is going to be right there, which goes hand in hand with the biters. And, oh, stone there. Yeah, that's invisible from this distance. I could not see it until I happened to mouse over it. It's not invisible, I can see it, but... Biter defenses, iron. And then cargo cargo rocket nightmare. That cargo rocket stuff seems really annoying. Setting up fast inserters. Like, advanced circuits exist, steel exists, iron chests are just iron? I haven't actually checked yet, just iron. That's easy. Fast inserters, I either have to set up a new line, ship them across the entire base, or use robots with my limited chests. Rocket fuel tank, I could probably craft everything on site wherever I'm making those. And then low densities, rocket controls, and heat shieldings are already being produced for the other type of rocket. So the biggest issue is the cargo pod. And the fact that I should be launching more navigation satellites, probably. But that's... What can I put? Could do this. Get a little more iron out of what I have right now. Shouldn't have put them all on one side, that's probably bad. But that's tomorrow's problem. I'll just have to figure out what to do tomorrow, specifically. Should also do more general base upgrades. Use the robots that will be built to upgrade belts. Make sure that I have important components in passive providers. All that. But I think I should be able to... no. I should be able to make one of the rocket silo any moment I need to. That's easy. It's the components that are the problem. But that is the future. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. It was fun as always. Have a nice night, day, etc. I shouldn't forget to save. Bye-bye. I really don't know what the purpose of this theoretical build is. It seems to be shipping scrap to be recycled.